Hello, I'm Craig Barton and welcome to my Making the Most of Worked Examples online course. Now, this is a course that has been built up from the lessons that I've learned from interviewing some of the world's leading educational experts on my Mr. Barton Maths podcast. It's a course that's been built up from the research that I carried out when I was writing my first book, How I Wish I Taught Maths, and my second book, Reflect, Expect, Check, Explain. And crucially, most important of all, it's a course that's been built up based on the experiences and the lessons that I've learned working with teachers all around the world as they've taken my relatively simple ideas and tweaked them, adapt them, and in some cases completely transformed them to make them work for them in their context. So what are we going to cover in this course on worked examples? Well, I'm going to show you what my worked examples used to look like and what it was that caused me to change my mind. And then I'm going to show you exactly what my worked examples look like now, and you're going to experience them from the perspective of a student. And then, what on earth do teachers and students make of these, both good and bad? And then, as I mentioned, I'm going to show you the different ways teachers around the world have tweaked these ideas to make them most effective for them in their context with their knowledge of their students. And hopefully there'll be lots of ideas there that you can take and try in your sphere of work. And then I'm going to address head on the questions, the concerns, the complaints and the criticisms that teachers have of this approach. And I'm going to offer up my ideas and my answers to those questions. And then finally, I love a good twist. So at the end of the course, I'm going to show you an alternate approach to worked examples. But interestingly, this alternate approach is built on the same research that my approach is built on. Now, this particular course forms part of a sequence of courses surrounding the model of my learning episode that I describe in my Reflect, Expect, Check, Explain book. It fits there. We're talking about example problem pairs. There are things that come before it, there are things that come after it. And my idea with this sequence of online courses is that you can build up a picture of how I think about my planning and hopefully take some ideas from it that will help your teaching and learning. Now, the world of online courses is completely new to me. I'll tell you what I'm used to. I'm used to getting on a train, going down to a hotel, ideally a Premier Inn, enjoying a lovely meal deal and a big breakfast, and then turning up the next day at a school and talking to real-life human beings who I can see. But given the world that we live in now with the COVID-19 outbreak, and given the constraints that that's going to impose upon people, I've really realised that there's a need for me to shift some of my training to the online setting, and I've had lots of requests from schools to do so. So in preparing for this online course, I've taken lots of online courses myself to see what feels the most effective. And I'll tell you what, I've become a bit of an online course lover. There's several benefits for me for using an online course above and beyond the face-to-face course. The first is it's cheaper. It's cheaper for you as a delegate and for your school to allow you to take part in this course. It's cheaper per person, and also you don't have to factor in my big long train from the north down south or wherever you are and my lavish taste in Premier and meal deals. This is a big one. You can be flexible in terms of the time you attend this course. You're not constrained to 9 till 3:30 on a Wednesday. You're not constrained to choosing a day where you've got to set a lot of cover work or you miss something super important. If you want to do this course every 30 minutes over the course of a week, 2 weeks, a month, then you can do so. Dip in and dip out at a time that suits you. Likewise, you can be completely flexible in terms of the location where you attend this course. No longer do you have to traipse to a conference centre or to another school. You can do this course from the comfort of your own living room, from your kitchen, from your bedroom. I've chosen a course provider that allows you to watch this on your phone, on your tablet, on your laptop, wherever you want. So you can do this course at a time that suits you, in a place that suits you. This is massive. And my course is built up, this particular one, of over 50 mini videos. Now you can watch those as many times as you like. So if I say something and you mishear me or you can't follow my dodgy northern accent, fear not, you can go back and watch it again. You can't do that in person. Likewise, you may take an idea and think, right, I'm going to give that a go. and then perhaps something doesn't go right, or you think, well, was that, am I doing it right here? Am I doing it the way that was said? We can go back and watch the video. So that flexibility to be able to not only dip in and dip out, but go back and go forward and watch again, I think is absolutely huge. And finally, I can go into more detail. There's so much I want to talk about in terms of worked examples, so much research, so much I've learned over the last few years. I'm not constrained by time anymore. I don't have to fit this workshop into 9 till 3 with lunch breaks and so on and so forth. Now that's really come into play whenever we talk about the alternate approach at the end of this course. And that's something I simply haven't had time to do when I do my course in person, because the time gets away from me. I can do this now, so I can take my time, I can make the points as I want to make them, going into the detail that hopefully will lead to you being better informed. So that's the selling point. There you go. That's my course, Making the Most of Worked Examples. I really hope you consider signing up to it. And if you do so, I really hope you enjoy it and find it useful.